Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we don't remember a movie that we talk about.
Dan!
Ooh, it's Spook Month, where there's ghosts and they're in my brain.
CIA's hero.
Yep, and then we paused the recording. We had 2 pizzas and 2 salads. Thank you, patron. And we watched the movie in question that we just talked about and didn't know anything about. Second half of the show, coming at you after a break, and now we know about the movie. My name is Dan.
This is Motley.
Masterful. I'm also Dan.
And I'm Beth.
And our movie this Halloween special is, of course, Addams Family Values.
Oh. The second one?
Yes.
That's what's on the sheet, baby.
Huh.
And that's what we're watching.
Oh, okay. So is this the one with the Girl Scout joke?
I think so.
Just one joke?
Well, there's just the one.
Oh.
The one that's about Girl Scouts. It's when Wednesday answers the door.
Oh, I know
And there's
this
a
joke.
Girl Scout there, and she says, "Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?" And she said, "That depends. Are there real Girl Scouts in them?"
LOL.
LOL in every TV ad.
Great. I have a question.
Yep.
Why the second one?
Oh, it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've all seen it? Question mark?
Question mark.
Yes.
I've seen it.
Yes.
Yes.
I've certainly seen some ads for it.
Great.
Question mark over Molly's head. Yeah. It's fun. Everybody loves a sequel.
Okay.
This is the one where Elizabeth Banks is in it,
Oh,
I
that
don't know.
sounds fun.
trying to steal the fortune.
Oh, with Uncle Fester.
Wasn't that the first one?
Uh-oh. Was it?
Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't know the difference between the two, except for the second one has a baby in it.
So we have no idea why we chose the second one instead of the first one.
We thought it would be a great episode, and we would nail it.
I just wrote it down on the spreadsheet. I just write down what I'm told.
Okay.
Don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad. I'm just curious. It's just
Do we want to make a... Do we not want to do it?
Should we
it's
have...
just funny that we chose the sequel.
Well, we have seen the first one. Will we even understand what's happening?
Here's what you need to know
We
from the
have
first
done
one.
this before. We have watched a second movie before we have
Tokyo
seen
Drift.
Tokyo
Have you heard
Drift,
of a Batman?
Aliens.
Sure.
Yeah, Batman. We did it because this is what we do.
This is a great choice.
Okay. I'm not criticizing the choice. It's just funny to me that this is a movie that there are literally only 2 of them.
It's a comedy podcast.
And the first movie is all about like establishing these characters and actually explaining to you what the fuck is going on.
Did y'all watch the show when you were kids?
Sort
I sure
of.
did.
No.
It was on sometimes,
TBS?
like random afternoons. I
Yeah.
didn't have cable growing up, as we've established.
Maybe
I
Nick at
knew
Night?
of it. Yeah.
But it was on sometimes randomly.
It
I
was
knew
like...
the song before anything.
Sure.
So there was the Addams Family and there were the Munsters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
that's
continue to get
confusing.
them confused because they would play
Munsters-
back to back.
Monsters are monsters.
Okay.
Addams Family are just weirdos.
Oh, got it.
And then some of them are maybe also monsters, but it's
Yeah.
less.
Oh,
it's more
Angelica
ambiguous.
Houston is
It's
in
more
this.
ambiguous
Yes.
with the Addams Family.
She plays Morticia.
Yes. She, Dan's bad, rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agree. Raul Julia.
Yeah. Second bet, also rules.
Also rules.
God, he's great.
He plays Gomez.
Yes.
Yes.
Then,
Christopher Lloyd.
Yes.
Uncle Fester.
yeah,
Third bet, rules.
Christina Ricci.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
You are going to shit your pants. I'm dropping a 4th bet. She's great as Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a son.
Yep. Maybe it's someone we'll recognize.
What is that character's name?
Pugsley.
Pugsley. I was Pugsley for Halloween one year
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
fun.
with a crew.
Oh, you were part of like a group?
Yeah.
You were Pugsley?
We had, I played Pugsley on Halloween.
Yeah. We all have a role to play.
Actually, some friends were having a Halloween thing and they were playing Gomez and Morticia, and then their baby was the baby from this movie.
Oh, that's why we're doing it.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Because they're number
For
one
this
fans
story.
of the show.
Yeah, because, maybe that's why.
Maybe.
I didn't write it down, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, I
There's
was.
a baby.
There's a baby. He has a tiny mustache, so he looks
Oh.
like Gomez.
LOL.
It's very
LOL.
cute.
Love it.
The baby's adorable. And he gets into all sorts of antics.
What do we think this movie is actually about? Besides they have a baby.
Real estate.
I think
Nice.
this is one where there is a blonde woman
Okay.
I think that's Elizabeth Banks.
Okay.
that is that is like in love
Mm-hmm.
with Uncle Fester, but like she really is not.
Yeah, she's like a Black Widow type.
Yeah.
She marries rich husbands and
I
then
see.
kills them. Well, they're not husbands until she marries them.
Yeah, okay, then that maybe is true. Because the first one, Uncle Fester doesn't remember that he's Uncle Fester. That's like the whole plot of the movie.
Yeah.
That's that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whereas in this one, he does remember who he is.
Yeah.
And he remembers what it's like to love.
Yeah.
I guess so.
And Gomez and Morticia are horny for each other.
Horny.
Oh.
So horny.
Molly's bet I'm going to get a little embarrassed.
All right.
That's
All
a
right.
good bet.
Yeah.
Were they this horny in the TV show?
Yeah, I think that's their deal.
No,
Is it?
like,
They were flirty.
but Julia's whole thing, like, he's cribbing that entirely from the TV show, where he's like kissing her arm all the time. And
Okay.
Yeah, but they crank it up.
yeah, because how could they not with that Latin lover
Yeah.
under that mustache?
Well, and the Addams Family is like is trying to be the complete opposite of like a normal American family, right? And
yes.
so the joke is that they are madly in love with each other.
haha.
LOL.
Yes.
Straight to the moon, right? That one show?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
The
yeah.
punchline
The
is
opposite of
domestic
that.
violence.
The opposite of that is what you're
Yes.
saying. Yes,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, good. That's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Still
I
got
mean,
2 children.
Yes,
I
they
feel
go.
like it is
they have
going,
3 children because of the baby.
Oh,
the
the
baby.
baby.
I feel like it's going to pass the Bechdel Wallace, no problem.
Great.
I hope.
That seems right.
It seems like it must.
Like
Like, won't
Morticia and
Morticia talk
Wednesday?
to Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to emphatically agree with that because Wednesday and Pugsley go to summer camp. in this
That's
one.
right.
Oh.
And so she definitely talks to other what do we call them? Girl children?
Girl children.
Lady child.
Lady childs at summer camp.
Girl's the bad word. It's the G word.
I see.
Why is
Well,
girl bad?
Lady
word?
child.
Molly hates girls.
No.
Molly
no,
hates girls, Dan hates women. This is the
This is-
canon
No.
of the show.
That's what
No.
ties us together. That's why we're good friends.
No, what
Wow.
happened is we were talking about young women. So women who were like, I don't know, 15 to 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to say girls, but I couldn't remember the word woman, and I wasn't sure if that was correct. And so
Got
I
it.
came up with
Lady
lady child.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a flub that we
Have embraced.
have embraced.
Because
Okay.
it
That's
works.
where it
And
came
now it's a bit on the podcast, and that's your salad hole corner.
Nice.
Everybody who's so mad about inside jokes that never get explained.
from. Yeah.
You know, sometimes I don't remember the inside joke,
No.
so that was helpful for me.
I'm still wondering who Jetpack Dog is.
He's an
Jetpack is a
educational
beloved
dog.
character who comes at the end of every episode to tell them the moral of this episode.
Got it.
What
Got
happened?
it.
Jetpack Dog is not a thing. that
Jetpack Dog comes at the end of every episode to tell the listener the moral of the story.
Yes, he's a beloved character that we remember
Who
and
is
know
in
about.
every episode.
every single one.
Every single one. He
I
was
think I
there
would
in the
remember
pilot. If you go back to photos from our previous live shows, you will see Jetpack Dog
was
in the
there?
background. Yes.
Yes,
Wow.
yeah, he's there. They go to summer camp.
Yes.
Heavy, as summer camps have notoriously and historically been, heavy native appropriation.
Yes.
Oh.
Possibly used to good effect.
Yes, I'm
satirically.
wondering. That's
Yeah.
my cue for myself and
Yeah.
the table.
I'll be curious how that goes.
Yeah.
Because Wednesday famously disrupts the expected narrative that is being presented to the parents during the story of
Yeah, she's a
natives.
stinker.
Oh, that's
She's
right.
a real stinker. Dan's bet, Wednesday Addams, real stinker.
Yeah, yeah. You guys seen Yellow Jackets?
Yeah.
Ricci's in that.
Ricci
She
rocks.
crushes
Yes.
hard.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have
Ricci-
not
They
seen
all
it.
crush. Ricci, the lady children actors.
yeah,
Melanie Linsky,
yeah.
the other ones.
Juliette Lewis.
Yeah.
You know what else she's in that's kind of a spooky movie
Who?
is Casper.
Ricci.
Oh, right.
We should watch that.
We should definitely.
next
Fresno
Halloween.
Ghost.
Someone remind me. Write it down.
You're the one who
Somebody
wrote this
tweet
down.
at
I
us.
know. I'm yelling at myself when
Oh,
I edit
nice.
the podcast. Write it down.
Beth.
Oh.
It's Beth
I
from the
thought you wanted
podcast.
all of our listeners to write that
I mean,
down.
that'd be
you can
helpful
write
too,
it too.
honestly.
Just send
It's a
a
totes challenge.
Totes
Yes.
challenge. Send Beth an email. hello@totesrecall.com. That just says
write
Casper.
Nothing else. No context.
No.
Yeah. But you got to send it later when we're planning the calendar.
Like next October. No. Next.
I
No.
don't know.
December.
Send it
November?
when you feel inspired.
Yeah,
You know
whenever
what?
you're inspired to send it.
Come to our live show and then just walk up to me and whisper Casper.
Yeah.
Casper.
Or write Casper on a little sheet of paper.
And, like, slide it over.
Yeah.
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 Or like come to the live show, get our audio engineer's attention,
Yeah.
and then hand him the note.
Yeah.
And then it just says to Beth on it. And then at the end of the show, he'll be like, "Oh, hey, someone wanted to give this to you."
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay,
that sounds distracting.
No, that's okay. So what we'll do is we'll just move the broadcast to an open air stadium, and listeners who really want to accept this challenge, we'll Skywriter.
Ooh, or they could
Jetpack
get
dog.
those little
Hire jetpack dog to ride in the
jetpack
sky.
dog.
Casper.
full circle.
And I'll be like, what does that mean?
This
Because
movie,
by that point, I don't know.
Yeah.
has a quirky little severed hand known as Thing.
Oh,
Thing.
right. I both loved and was terrified by that as a
Yes.
I think the puppetry or CGI
Yeah.
or whatever they do is good. Jaquette's
Yeah.
bet. Thing looks great.
Thing, I remember Thing was a cool little visual flair in these movies because he crawled around like a weird bug, but he was just a human hand and he'd make
Lovable.
he'd do fun little things.
Is he like their dog? Does he?
Kinda.
Yeah.
But he's also like a helper. Unclear.
Is he a relative?
Ooh, also
Because
unclear.
Cousin It is a relative,
Yes.
right?
I think Thing might be just like a bro who lives in their house. I don't know. Maybe he works for them, just like, what's his name? Lurch.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I played Lurch at a St. Paul Saints game.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is a fun
Addams
fact.
Family Day or whatever.
Addams
it
Family
was.
Values Day. That's why we're
Yeah.
doing this movie.
There was no baby, though.
Oh.
Baby is on the way.
So it was Addams Family Day then. But we got... we did do that with the audience.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, stood around as Lurch for a while
Yeah.
while slightly inebriated middle-aged men took pictures with me. And then I had a beer and went home before the game was over.
All right.
Yeah.
I got to be an infotainment at one of those St. Paul Saints games.
Nice.
It was super fun, but also exhausting.
Shout out to the lady that got to be Morticia, who had clearly been expecting this phone call for her entire life. She was amazing.
Great.
Wow.
Like, she basically said, like, "Oh yeah, I dress like this sometimes for fun. Like, I just do this for fun all the time. Like, I love dressing like Morticia." I'm like, "All right, great."
For those of you who don't live in Minnesota, St. Paul Saints is the like minor league
It's a
team.
regional. It's not even minor league. It's like a regional baseball league.
But now it's like a farm team
Yeah,
It
for the
is?
Twins. Yeah,
I
the
think
Twins
it did convert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's win.
this season, I
Oh,
think.
they sold out.
Yeah. And
But
Bill Murray
owns it.
Half part owns.
And so if you watch Space Jam, he is wearing a St. Paul Saints hat.
Wow.
Local references.
So what I'm hearing is that I am the Bill Murray of this podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. There's a scene in this movie where the blonde lady, who I'm sure is Elizabeth
Write it down.
Banks, has everybody in like electric chairs in the basement because her plan isn't quite working out, so she's just going to murder everybody.
Nice.
And they are into it. Gomez and Morticia are like, remember our honeymoon when we electrocuted each other or whatever? And they're horny but about to die.
Yeah.
Is there a grandpa?
There's a grandma.
Okay. Oh, yeah, grandma.
Yeah.
And she's
She's,
old as hell.
what's that woman's
I
name?
think it's Carol Kane.
Carol Kane.
Right?
Yep.
Carol Kane? Oh,
Yes.
this sounds delightful.
I mean,
We should watch
I would
this.
just feel like it would have to be because they literally can just give her the same wig she had in Princess Bride. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's Grandmama, but I don't think there's a Grandpapa
Okay.
Okay.
because Grandpapa is Grandpa Munster. You can't have a grandpa in both.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
Munster.
thought you were saying that they were actually related
Did
to
they
each
ever do
other.
a crossover
They
episode?
must have, right?
Gotta.
At some point. Like over the various iterations, they must have done it at least once.
I'll look it up.
Thank you.
Okay. Now?
No,
Oh.
I just gotta write it down.
What I like about the Addams Family that I remember enjoying as a child was that, like when I saw this movie when it came out, which happened in the year...
Oh, great.
Oh no,
Oh, shit.
98.
90. Oh, God. When did Street Fighter the movie come out?
That was Raul Julia's last movie.
Yes.
Fun fact.
God damn it.
Oh,
No
that's not a fun
way.
fact. That's
No,
sad.
I mean,
That's a sad
it's a fun,
fact.
It's a fun fact just because, like, this dude is an incredible actor who's been in amazing movies. And the fact that his
And
swan
Bison.
song, the fact that Street Fighter the movie is the one that dedicates its credits to him is like kind of tragically hilarious.
Yeah.
Because this dude is a fucking king of acting.
He's very good.
Go see whatever that movie's called about the cardinal in Central America during some uprising. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah. But also go see Street Fighter the movie because it's awesome.
Yeah.
He
Jean-Claude
is
Van Damme.
so great in that movie.
I think.
That dude understood the assignment and he is living it.
Wow.
I'm talking about Raul Julia, not Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. But also, he's part of the reason it's funny because he has insane one-liners with his weird Belgian accent. Belgian? I don't remember.
Yes.
Thank you.
The muscles from Brussels.
Of course. Bison. I'm the repo man. And you're something, I don't know. He has some incredible one-liners in that movie that he, like, barely attempts to act. Everybody's just cashing checks in that movie, except maybe the guy playing Zangief. We should watch this movie for,
I'll
for
watch
the
Street Fighter.
podcast.
Maybe we should do a live. We should do a watch with us live. What do we call that?
Watch along.
Watch along.
Watch with us live.
Watch the old Watch This Live. I'm sorry. I feel like you were in the middle of explaining something. That
No, we were guessing the year.
Oh, yeah.
You were trying to anchor it with Street Fighter the movie.
96 is what I'm saying is for this movie. I'm not Street Fighter the movie.
I'm going to say 92.
Wow.
It's a bold.
I think it was
Probably
early
better than
90s.
Oh, maybe it would have been.
No, it's a
That's
sequel.
probably a
I'm
better bet.
going to say 95.
When was Casper? That would maybe help too.
Okay, I was older when Casper came out.
Okay.
So let's say I was in like second grade.
Okay.
It'd be like 97.
Was Casper pre-Addams or was Casper mid-Addams?
That was post Addams.
I think it'd be post Addams.
And I'm thinking about it, and I graduated from high school in 92, so
Was your prom Addams Family Values themed?
I wish it were. That
Yeah,
would help
we
me
all
a
wish.
lot.
That'd be the best.
The
that would have been
best.
cool.
Just everybody's dressing up as Gomez and Morticia to have an excuse to be horny. In high
I mean,
school?
at
You
least
don't need an
at least
excuse.
some like group of dudes going all stag. Someone would be cousin it,
Yeah.
and someone would just like do something with their hand to be the
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
and then like the basketball team would all go as
They
Lurch.
should make more Addams Family movies. That deserves a reboot.
They're making a TV show for Netflix.com, I think.
Oh, there's also a animated one that just came out like last year.
Yeah,
Okay, I guess they're
think.
doing it.
3-dimensional animation.
Yeah.
Well, the upshot is I think I overshot with my 98, but Dan, you'll be happy to hear I'm just going to stick with it.
I'm happy to hear
Wow,
that. I'm
so
very
bold.
Happy to hear that.
Although I would like to reserve 1988 to 98.
You can't just
Arrange?
reserve an
Nope.
entire
No, it doesn't work.
decade.
Do we think there will be any other probably comedic character actors we will recognize this movie besides Elizabeth Banks? Maybe
I think she has like a
a minion,
Yeah.
hench person.
yeah, but I can't pull who it is.
Okay, I'm gonna bet that the camp runners are also recognizable character actors.
Oh,
yeah.
fun.
I want to say Edward Norton, but I'm probably thinking of that Wes Anderson movie.
Probably.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I mean, that would be
Moon-
amazing.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah. I think they get evicted from the spooky manor and they have to live in like a motel.
Oh, I love that.
And that's got comedy.
Does she
She,
get
like-
them evicted?
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
is a real estate thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Great.
Oh, it all ties together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think. Now I'm trying to remember, like, because I guess maybe the plots are more similar than I realized for both movies.
Yeah.
So I feel like the whole reason they're using an amnesiac Fester in the first one is to like get the family's wealth
Oh.
or something.
Someone's using that?
Yeah.
Oh. Which is the one where it's Halloween and Wednesday says I'm dressed as a
Serial killer.
serial killer. We
So
look like
everybody
everybody else.
That's the end of the first one.
Oh, okay. Good line. Good
Great
line
line.
delivery by Ricci.
Dan's bet there's going to be a LOL line that's on the trailer and probably on DVDs where Angelica Houston looks like Angelica Houston in the 90s and probably wearing a Morticia corset for the entire filming. And she says, Gomez, I'm going to have a baby. And there's a pause. She goes, right now. And it's delightful.
Well,
Dan's
that sounds
bet.
fun.
It does sound fun.
It does sound fun.
This sounds like a romp.
I remember these being
It does
fun.
sound like
I liked these when I was a Ute.
Yeah.
I think when I was a kid, I both liked it and it stressed me out. So I assume the same will be true, but I don't know.
Because they're so spooky, or just because they get into like comical
Hazards.
sitcom family
Both.
situations?
Yeah, both.
I mean,
there are a lot of sitcoms I can't sit through. Like I have to stand up and leave the room. because the situation gets so awkward. I feel like
sure.
they lean a little too hard on the sit in the sitcom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More jokes.
More
More
calm.
jokes, a little less just pure discomfort.
Less sit, more calm.
This movie is 0% scary. How scary?
I think there's
10.
10% scary.
I would buy that because I feel like their house, part of the gag is always like when normies come to their house is like just an OSHA nightmare full of like booby traps and shit. So there's like maybe they get startled by something.
I feel like it's more creepy and kooky.
Yes, it's in the song.
Yeah. Beth, do you anticipate having to cover the TV with any part of your body or the
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think there will be any parts where I am feeling fearful.
Okay. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It doesn't have to actually be scary. You can just have fun with it.
No,
Yeah.
can just
Have fun with the spookiness.
Yeah.
You don't have to, hey, dads,
Okay.
you don't have to put a bunch of fucking like bleeding zombie heads or like axe killer victims hanging in your trees for one night a year because you want to scare the shit out of a 7-year-old.
Yep.
Just put up a like boombox that has spooky laughs in it and maybe some strobe lights and like a cheesecloth ghost and just give the kids some freaking candy.
Yeah, and don't do the thing where they have to come into your house to get the candy.
Yeah, let's just stop that.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's doing that anymore,
Maybe
given
not.
global events.
Yeah.
But I hated the houses that had that, where you had to like step into
Ooh.
the foyer.
Yeah.
And even
You know?
if it wasn't scary, it was like, this is someone else's house, and that's really weird.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter turned 2 last year, and
Braggy.
we did some braggy.
Did you both say that at the same time?
That's hilarious. Anyway, we went trick-or-treating. It was
Adorable.
very simple. And there was one house, and I could tell it was like a house with a dad who was like just behind the door and did like a usual little scare thing. And also, this was during global events, and so there just weren't as many kids.
So we're calling it now.
Yes.
The global event who must not be named.
But there were just fewer kids trick-or-treating. So I could tell he was very excited. There's a lot of energy. And we started to walk up to the door, and like she stopped in her tracks and just turned around and left. Like she could just sense it. She was
Yeah.
just like, whatever this is, I'm not playing. Smell you later.
Awesome.
And that was it.
But what was she dressed as?
Great question.
She was dressed as a unicorn.
Nice.
Very cute.
Cute.
Caveat to what I was saying earlier. There's one local reference. There's one house in whatever neighborhood where throughout the month of October, they just keep adding more zombies to their front yard. And I kind of love it because it's very funny to drive by it on October 1st. And it's just like one just weird corpse standing in this dude's front yard.
That is in my neighborhood too.
Oh, it's so
That's
funny.
good.
They go,
That's good.
they really go. There's a whole storyline.
Oh, nice.
Many,
It's the
many
progression for me.
skeletons.
Like,
yeah.
because the early days are so incongruous to like the rest of the neighborhood.
Like fall
Yeah.
beauty is happening.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like all the leaves are turning
seven.
orange. Like people are out just like raking leaves. But then there's that one house with just like this frozen corpse, like leering out in the front yard.
I have major issues with Halloween decorations. I do not like them.
Any of
They're-
them?
They're gross. Well, no, I like the cute ones, like
Okay.
little bats or like, you know,
Like
whatever.
you'll accept like an orange light bulb or two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but in my neighborhood there is a skeleton that when you walk by it starts to talk to
Oh, I
you and
dislike
move
it.
around,
No, thank
and it
you.
is like every time I forget about it every time. I hate it so much.
Got to get those 12-foot ones from Home Depot.
Yeah.
No,
it's
it is
giant
like
scale.
12 feet tall. It's so big.
It's the wrong kind then. Those are designed to just stand there in weird positions and then to be used outside of Halloween season in hilarious ways.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting way more into Halloween decorations.
What?
Oh, yeah.
My big Halloween thing, as maybe I've already talked about this on pod, is intentionally guessing kids' costumes wrong.
Nice.
And
Classic
watching
dads.
them be so frustrated. And I'll just like call Batman, Green Lantern.
Nice. Ooh, so it's not
Lose
even
their
like
mind.
it's not even like thematically similar. Like you're not even like, oh, are you a vampire? When he's dressed as Batman, you like just go completely off the
Yeah,
rails.
that or
I love it,
the year after I've read Jaquette the book a couple times. Go read it; it's a great book.
Greg.
But then,
also
like
I've read it. It's
getting really
Wow, double break.
into Dracula facts to all the Draculas,
Yeah.
and like being like, "How's Renfield?" And then they just take candy and leave.
Yeah.
Give
Just
it
for
a
you.
reaction.
They're
It's
like,
just for
let's
you.
skip this house next
Yeah.
year.
Like, this is too high a tax for a piece of candy.
My mom will, I've probably talked about this on pod before as well. She will like create costumes that are like too clever for children getting candy.
Yeah.
Where she'll like combine a couple things together and then she'll like try to get them to guess what she is.
No.
But they're like close enough to something where they'll say like the obvious thing and then she'll be like, no, it's this slight play on that. You know what I mean? Like she's just like creating more work for them, but like it's close enough to something they might recognize. I don't know. Her big one was like I think she was like Barbie the Builder or something like that.
Instead of Bob the Builder?
Yeah. So she's like, who am I? They're like, Bob the Builder. And she's like, no, I'm whatever. And I'm like, Mom, they're not going to, they're just going to pick the obvious one. Like, they don't understand what you're trying to do here.
This is the tax, children. You have to deal
That's
with
honestly
adults.
true. You got to deal with bored adults whose children
their
are
whole lives, right?
Yeah.
Just like one scenario after another where you have to humor adults.
It's true.
While they live out their like misspent youth.
And then also allocate your government's budget for decades at a time.
Oh,
Oof.
rough life.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry, Z
kids,
people.
Sorry.
Oh.
Happy Halloween! Late stage capitalism.
The scariest capitalism.
How should we rate this movie that we've been talking about the whole time? Addams Family Value, Molly.
Mustache babies.
Wow.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
Yeah. Is this like a mustache's baby?
Oh my God, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever conceived of in my life.
There's like two parental mustaches.
Or is it just like a baby with a mustache?
It's a baby with a mustache.
Okay. But is it a fake mustache or is it a real mustache?
It is an adorable mustache.
Doesn't matter if it's fake or real. It's adorable.
Okay, follow-up question.
Yeah.
Does each child, since we're on a ranking of 1 to 5, does each child have a different style of mustache?
Oh, yes,
Excellent.
definitely. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Only one has a handlebar mustache.
Great.
Only one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
And we don't know which one?
You don't know.
We'll
until
find
you
out
rank.
when we give our ratings?
Yes.
Nice.
I must ask you a question.
Oh my God, I am flipping this table over.
A dad.
Do the babies have enough fine motor skills to be twirling in their mustaches?
Ooh, great question.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All of them, or do some of them just sort of like paw at their face?
Well, there is a range. That's
Sure.
a good point. But yeah, the ones with the mustaches are too tempting.
Oh, I get that. I play with my mustache all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For the record, I don't have a mustache. I just have facial hair. My upper lip has facial hair on it. How do you explain that? Is that still a mustache?
You have a beard.
Yeah, but I think you also have a mustache.
Is that how it works?
I think even if you have a beard, you still have a mustache.
Folks
What?
with beard
Really?
opinions, write it to us. Tweet at us, email us, call us, 612-A089.
Wait,
What to do.
I thought a mustache was like
The last two T's and put.
don't matter, but
You do.
No, we fucked up the lyrics. It's fine.
yeah, no, I thought the mustache was defined by the absence of any other facial hair
great
except
question.
the
Wow.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a good question. I'm of the opinion that people with full beards also have a mustache. Because you could have a beard with no mustache.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have a mustache with a beard.
But that has
Yeah.
like a different name to it, doesn't it?
Sure, yes.
Mm,
Chin strap or
something else.
Amish.
Okay, let's
People call
say,
Yeah.
for example, you're with someone
Okay.
and you're out to dinner and they are eating some chips and guac.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have a little bit of chip and guac. It's just
scenario.
sitting on their upper lip.
Yeah.
Would you say to them, you have some food in your mustache or some food in your beard?
Whoa.
Mustache.
Great.
You would say mustache.
Great point.
You would?
Would you?
Yes.
Yes,
I would
because if
say
you say
beard.
beard, they're
Then
going to
they're
start just
On the
scratching their
cheeks,
chins
right?
and cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
then
gotta
they
localize.
should know themselves a little better than
Wow.
Wow.
Like, where did they collect
Huge
fruit?
beard shaming going on.
Massive shaming. Beth's scenario is very illuminating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's right.
Quick question. How quickly after Molly said mustache babies were you holding on to I mustache you a question?
Not right away,
Okay.
but pretty soon.
Great.
Yeah. Great. Dan,
Yep.
you go first. As we
Ooh.
all know,
Sorry, I interrupted you.
You go first, as we all know.
Ooh, baby, I sure do. I remember these movies being a delight. I do feel like the second one was weaker than the first, but I was also a child, so what do I know? Childs are dumb. But usually sequels are the weaker of the two. Don't at me for examples of sequels that are better. I know that they exist. It's fine. But also at me on the Discord only. Patreons can at me, no one else. Those are the rules.
Wow.
So I'm going to say, but it's also going to be a delight, I think. So I'm going to say 4 mustache babies. Did I get a handlebar?
Yes.
Yes!
Wow.
Wow.
So we know it's babies 1 through 4. One of them has a handlebar
Basically
mustache.
Wordle. But,
I love it.
Yeah.
Do we all get the same babies?
Ooh, who knows? Oh, we
Oh,
do.
You get
wow.
the same style of mustache.
Okay, different babies, though.
Yeah, different babies.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
I mean,
Are these our babies?
no, it's like child actors. You just can't have them working for so much, so we
Yeah.
can't all have the same babies.
Okay.
It's labor laws.
Sure.
Yeah.
You got to swap them out.
Yeah.
Beth, you are our second, as we all know.
It's true. I think that I'm going to like this movie. I don't think it's going to be like the best movie in the world, so I'm going to say 4 as well.
Nice.
Great.
You want to
You
ask
have
any?
revealed one of the ones where it twists in a circle at the end.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Like a
kind of
Dali
like,
style.
Dolly,
Nice. I love it.
baby Dolly.
I am third. I am the one with the hairy lip.
Chest mustache. Oh.
Oh.
I anticipate fun times for me watching this movie. I also liked these. They were like, I remember them coming out and being like, these are fun and like a little different comedy wise. I'll say 4.
Great.
Wow.
Revealed a John Waters style mustache.
Wow.
Ooh.
Is that a pencil thin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like this baby. That's bet. Baby has a pencil thin mustache.
Nice.
That sounds right. That sounds right. Molly, you are last, but not least.
Thank you. I am getting excited about watching this movie based on our conversation and thinking about the cast. But I don't remember enjoying it that much when it came out. But I'm going to be optimistic and give it 4. Also, so that I can reveal the 4th one is a Tom Selleck mustache.
Wow.
Here's what I love about what's
Push
happened
broom.
just now is that we have now created accidentally a teaser for our listeners. Because if in the second half any of us bump up our rating, Molly will reveal an additional mustache.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
That's very fun.
So
And if we subtract, the babies don't die, right, Molly?
No, of course
no,
not.
they just get fired from the
No,
gig.
they are
Okay.
just booked on another gig.
Yeah.
Okay, no one
So
could
they-
fire these adorable babies.
Okay.
You're telling me you have a stable of 20 mustache babies,
Yeah.
and you're not going to use them in any chance you get?
Yeah,
So there's 4 babies that didn't book this gig.
there's like, look who's talking too much hair.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Very good.
Direct to video. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other 4 are fine. They're getting gigs. They're probably on like Game of Thrones or something. Just like, oh, the prophecy declared that a hairy-lipped child would be born.
Wait, these are... Oh, we don't know if they're fake or not.
What do you mean?
They're just
fake?
adorable.
They're just adorable.
They're
We know-
just adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like your emphasis on that is just really misplaced.
I just want to know if Hank Crestorn got in there with his mustache costume or not.
Oh.
You need a baby's mustache! Oh, we got every mustache imaginable except for Hitler. Don't ask about it.
No baby chaplains. It's too confusing with Hitler. We tried that. We ordered chaplain baby costumes. Oh, boy.
And don't say Michael Jordan's mustache from that one year of his life because I know what you're trying to do.
And with that, we're going to hit pause, go watch Addams Family Values, and we'll be right back.
Hey, it's me, your mid-roll hero, Dan Jaquette, coming at you right where you live in the middle of the episode. You take a break from laughing and enjoy this important announcement. We, the Totes crew, are doing a live show
What?
in December
Wow.
in Minneapolis.
Wow.
On specifically December
8th.
Wow.
8th. You heard it here.
What day of the week is that?
Oh, it's a Thursday.
Thursday, December 8th, 2022?
That's right.
Wow.
That's this year. If you're listening to this episode in 2022.
Wow.
And it's going to be a jolly, holly jolly, rollicking good time.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
I don't know what the crinkling is, but
It's wrapping paper.
Paper.
Like
Paper.
Or those little bows. Those little bows that...
I thought maybe it was like the popcorn bag.
Ooh, or it could be those little poppy pops
poppers
that they do
for our English
across the pond.
Oh, I did those this last Christmas. It was a delight.
Wow.
Get a little
Braggy.
paper crown and a joke and a
or whatever.
whistle.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
I assume.
We won't have those.
Get
No,
both those
we're
things.
American.
But you can bring them if you want.
Yeah,
And you can pop them
before the show.
before the show. We'll have a poppin' corner for those that brought poppins. Anyway, stay tuned for what the movie is. It will be revealed in due time.
Yes.
Keep your pants on. Unless you're listening alone, then take your pants off.
Or just wear your pants in whatever way you choose.
We are all-inclusive pants situation podcast. So however you choose to pants, we're on board.
Let the record show Dan said this was going to be a quick one.
December 8th, Trilon Cinema, Minneapolis, 2022. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
.com.
Thank you.
And we're back. We just watched 1 hour and 34 minutes of spooky hijinks and family stuff, and it was fun.
Great.
Great.
Preview.
Great preview. We love it. We love to hear it. We love to experience
Yes.
it.
You are lucky. You are lucky ducks out there, listeners, for getting that incredible preview.
Yeah. But there's another thing that is incredible to get.
Okay, I'm here. I'm listening.
Awards.
It's incredible to get awards. We know it because we've won
So many.
So many.
Like,
Like, seriously, stop sending us awards.
But you know what? It's an honor just to be nominated. Also, I disagree with Beth. Send them to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody else has to take them because I can barely get through my office now.
Oh, sure.
It's so full of awards.
We'll send you a forwarding address, and it will be my house. My house. 2022. A reference.
And the segment that we are talking about that earns us all these awards is, of course, 60-second summary. In which we recap the movie for you and awards in 60 seconds exactly.
Thank you.
As is tradition, I will volunteer to do it.
Of course.
I went last time, so I don't have to go for another 20 times.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
That seems to be how it works.
I will do it.
Yay.
Molly
Oh,
really
no, I want a
wants to.
time. I'm so good at timing.
Are you?
Oh, no.
Well, it's
True
fun.
Totes Recall that you sometimes
You know,
cause some issues with the timing.
I've been fast and loose in the past, but I'm sure I won't.
Okay,
make
you're
those
really going to
mistakes.
commit to it this time?
I mean, I committed to it last time too.
Yeah, you committed to something.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
Yep.
And you have to start with.
I
okay,
understand.
and go.
We open on Uncle Fester howling at the moon. He's horny. Morticia is then we cut to Morticia and Gomez. They are also
10
horny.
seconds.
Oh God, Morticia has a baby. The baby is a mustache baby. It looks like Gomez. Fester, they're trying to get a nanny because Wednesday and Pugsy keep trying to kill the baby. LOL. Finally, they get to a nanny that is Joan Cusack. It's a delight. She is a serial killer who marries rich men and murders them. She gets Wednesday and
30
Pugsley
seconds.
to summer camp to get them out of the way because Wednesday is smarter than everyone else in the movie. She then marries Fester. They get married. She tries to kill him. It doesn't work because he's a weird monster man or whatever. She traps all of them in electrical chairs after
10 seconds
Wednesday burns a camp down and sort of does some problematic stuff, but less problematic than you'd expect. Then none of them die except for her.
Time.
Everything's fine. There's kissing.
Wow.
There's kissing.
There's kissing. Great. Unconventional timekeeping once again, giving the time that is elapsed instead of time remaining. But
As early as 10 seconds in.
Yeah, that definitely was.
Just to put the pressure on as soon
I
as
know.
possible.
I see
I
what you're
think-
doing.
I
I
think
see
I-
you, Molly
You weren't
Chase.
getting anywhere, man. You just had Howling at the Moon. The baby hadn't
It
even
was
been born.
visually
It's establishing who was horny.
stunning. Yes.
That's the most important
It
part
was
of this
crucial to
movie.
establish in this movie which characters were or were not horny.
Yeah, and I think you nailed it. I don't really have anything to add in terms of major plot points. In the end, they're all happy, and they have a.
And there's kissing.
There's kissing.
And there's
Yeah,
kissing.
You nailed it.
Thank you.
But not by Wednesday. They do a very good job of Wednesday thoroughly
She gets her kiss on.
She does get a kiss.
earlier, but at the end, she's
Oh,
like,
sure.
basically, I'm just going to kill you and get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so in the end, she threatens to kill the boy that. Geez, I took that as
She
like
just
her flirting.
Scares him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so. I just mean it got so close to things being adorable that I felt like I had to throw a little salt on the end
Right.
to
Oh,
make sure it wasn't too cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
But in a way, it's still cute.
Right, because that's her love
Addams.
language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Word.
Yeah, it's all of their love language. This movie came out in 1993,
Nailed it.
a year none of us bet.
Yep. Although it was in my range.
Okay. That
yeah.
range is not considered canon.
Yeah, no.
That range was not accepted by the board.
No, that's fair.
And this is pre-Casper
Okay.
by a
Nailed
couple
it.
years.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got that part right. That feels good.
I looked it up. Wasn't it 95?
Casper?
I think
Yeah.
that's
I'm
what you
sorry.
said.
Casper.
I believe it was 95.
95's Casper.
I was very wrong about who the
Oh,
Black
so
Widow
wrong.
was. I said so many times in the first half how sure I was it was Elizabeth Banks. It's not. It's
How
Joan
old
Cusack.
is Elizabeth Banks even?
I don't know.
When you said that, I was like, I don't think it's Elizabeth Banks, but then she is in a movie where she is like this. Like, is it a Munsters movie or
What?
something? No.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I think she is in a movie similar to this, but I cannot think of what it is.
Right?
But there have been so many versions of the Addams Family. And there's a recent version, Addams Family 2, that came out in 2021.
What?
Yeah, the
I
cartoon.
know.
Oh.
The three-dimensional animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be her in that because it's animated, right?
I mean, she could be the voice. Who knows? She could
Picture
voice
what it
somebody.
is.
Anyway, tweet at us if you think I'm maybe onto something and also Beth is onto something.
So you're saying that
Hashtag
in some
Casper,
other movie,
hashtag.
Elizabeth Banks plays a Black Widow character?
She plays like the blonde, like beautiful, typical woman in
think
a
she-
strange family
Yeah. And like
or a strange environment.
yeah. And maybe you think she's good at first, but then she's bad.
Yeah. But I was so confused when you were disappointed it was Joan Cusack. Because I didn't get that I had forgotten that you had pronounced it so hard.
I
it
had
was
forgotten
someone
that
else.
every time she's in a movie and we record this show, Molly makes me doubt how to pronounce her last name.
Oh, did I mess up?
Did you hear me
I don't know.
earlier? I was like, it's Joan Cusack.
Yeah. I have so many doubts when you say
You got to
it,
go
'cause
to
I'm like,
Neve.com.
Neve.
yeah.
Yep.
Or
find out
Country
if that's
Home
bad.
Living magazine or
Come
whatever.
on, countryliving.com.
Yes.
Where's your scoop on
broke?
Joan Cusack?
You broke Annie half.
I think it's
It's Cusack.
Cusack.
We pretended you broke.
Cusack.
You said Cusack.
When?
Just now, which made me start having this conversation.
Wow.
The point is, she shows up and it's great. She's amazing in this
She
movie.
is great.
so good.
Yeah.
She's great in everything she does.
You know what? Everybody's good in this movie.
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
that's real.
And everyone is also in this movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Every
There's
single
so many
person.
people.
A character actor's menagerie.
I mean,
Yeah.
Nathan Lane is in it.
Just pops up.
Yeah.
And like there are people who like David Hyde Pierce shows up as the doctor for like 20 seconds.
Really?
I didn't
Wait.
even
Yeah.
notice that.
Which
Yeah.
doctor?
The obstetrician who delivers the baby.
I didn't notice.
But he was in
Yeah.
that mask. That's why you didn't notice.
Oh. Peter
Wow.
McNichol.
Yes.
Christine
Baranski.
Tony Shalhoub was in
Tony
it.
Shalhoub was randomly in it as a horny sailor.
Horny sailor with a slightly uncomfortable
Sure.
accent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Hey, what do you do? 93.
yeah.
David, what's his name?
Krumholtz.
Krumholtz.
As a young child
As a
boy.
young child. Everybody's in this movie.
Yes.
And then you recognize everybody else, but maybe don't know their names off the top.
Yeah. Like there's definitely some other adults in this movie where it's like, oh yeah, I've definitely just seen them pop up in things.
Yeah, there's a couple parents that are parents in all 90s movies.
Yeah.
And there's the guy, I can't remember his name, but he was in Ally McBeal.
Peter McNichol.
Yes. Peter
Okay,
McNichol.
let's just take a peek behind the curtain here. We learned during the viewing of this movie that Molly has some sort of like Peter McNichol blindness, where she literally kept saying, "Who's that guy?" And the first time she asked, one of us said, "Oh, I think it's Peter McNichol." And then she asked that question 11 more times every time he showed up on screen. And then she was like looking him up on IMDb during the movie. I was like, "Oh, he was in Alley of People." Like, yeah, Peter McNichol.
That's right. Y'all spelled it for me, and I thought that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so many times.
Anyway, he's in this. He's great. Everybody really understood their assignment in this movie.
They really did. Christopher Lloyd is having so much fun as an insane Fester.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is so uncomfortable, like, to watch him, because he's like so gleeful in his complete incapability of fitting into society.
Yeah, and his face is so good.
Oh,
He's
my
got
God.
like a rubber face.
It's amazing. No wonder he was played a tune in a human mask.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I feel like he also has like, because his shoulders are so high up, like it's pushing all of his skin in a way where he like has extra face to work
I have a
with.
question about that. Like, was he basically wearing like a cardboard box with a robe over it? Because his body looked so fucking big in some shots compared to his head.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then when he's been like made nice by his wife, he kind of looks like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, but huge.
But gigantic. Yeah. But like if also Lex Luthor at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Or the Kingpin, that's a better one. It's just like a weird rectangle body.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like it's he's just this, I don't know. Like you can tell, like that's the best way to put it. Like he's clearly having so much fun because they were just like, no, less human, Chris. Just
more just dog-like.
You're very verbal, but
like a really awkward Labrador,
Yeah.
but creepy.
like a Labrador who's like maybe sick,
Yeah.
but really enthusiastic.
Oh man, I did appreciate how the jokes built on each other, because there's a joke that goes by where he's trying to impress Debbie.
Yes, Joan Cusack.
Cusack.
Jonesy,
where he's trying to impress her, and he puts like really long breadsticks
like,
into his nose.
what
They look
are
like
those called?
walrus tusks or something.
Oh my God.
And that's fine. But then they cut back, and there's this great scene where she turns back, and he's already taken them out, and he sees that she sees him, and he like urgently
Does it
just tries
again.
to like shove them in his nose. To like recreate the success. It is so good.
Amazing.
It was
Yeah.
like, I really appreciate a good setup joke.
And the script is surprisingly good.
Yes.
In terms of just like number of quick aside jokes that
Yeah.
are peppered in. I mean, it's everybody really sells it. Angelica Houston especially.
Oh my
has just
God.
a lot of really deadpan, asides.
She's amazing.
She deadpans her way through the whole thing. Like there's an incredible speech from Gomez at the police station where Nathan Lane is playing the sergeant. And Gomez is seeking justice because Fester has stopped speaking to his family. And it is an unreal, like incredible monologue. And the entire time, Angelica Houston is just so like fully deadpan calm next to him.
Mm-hmm.
It was just beautiful. Like, I don't know how to describe.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I just won't then.
She's amazing.
She's so good. One of my other favorite moments was when Wednesday Addams takes like a full 1 minute to try to smile.
Oh,
Like she does such a good job
Ricci.
in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
chef's kiss, Ricci.
So good.
So good.
They just were all very good at the physical comedy stuff. They were all good at like timing wise
Oh,
and delivery. I'm impressed by this movie.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, especially for a movie that feels like it should be just kind of a middle of the road. Hey, we made a sequel of a movie that's remaking an old TV show.
Right. Like this is
It's like
it has
it doesn't-
cash grab written all over it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it just doesn't have to do much, but everybody really bats 1,000, as they say.
Yeah,
in
I believe
sports.
it was Beth's Beyond
Betrothed.
thank you, who said that something to the effect of like, this movie had no reason to be this good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
No notes.
No notes movie. I also
No, some notes. I have some notes.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was also mistaken. I think I conflated this with the first one where they have to move out of Spooky Manor. That
Yes.
never happened. That must have been the plot of the first
I
one.
think-
Girl
Okay.
Scout joke did not happen.
I
Also
think
that.
the plot of the first one is that, okay, so they have Fester, right? The lady who's now married to Cousin It, and
Yeah.
some other guy who's also a recognizable character actor that you'd know and love. They like have acquired, they found Fester, and who like had amnesia, but they figured out who he was. So then they use him to like, I think maybe because he's like the older brother, he's like actually the inheritor of the Addams estate or something. So I think that's what they do is they like get Fester in there and then convince him to like evict the family or something.
But he.
So they can have control of the assets of the Addams estate.
Everybody's trying to steal their wealth in both movies, huh?
Yes.
You know, I appreciate the societal commentary that you can get away with anything if you're rich.
Yeah, there was a surprisingly, I mean, to a point of like spoon feeding, but like there was a surprisingly like sharp commentary as they stayed longer in the camp. Because at first they were just sort of like, oh, LOL, look at these like super manic campers that Wednesday and Pugsley have to deal with. But then by the end, it was like basically like a Hitler youth camp,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were clearly favoring all of the like white kids
Yep.
and had no
Blonde
time
hair, blue-eyed
for
kids.
anyone else.
Yeah.
And they like really like they like, in case it wasn't clear, like they really made a meal out of like Peter McNichol literally naming all of the kids he didn't like and like
Yes.
panning the camera across all of these kids of non-white origins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, as predicted, it's Camp Chippewa. It has the problems that camps have, but in terms of native appropriation.
Yeah.
But then the thrust of it is I feel like the movie is telling us these are the bad people,
Right.
that are doing that. And then Wednesday has a big speech as Pocahontas.
Like it definitely like maybe overreaches by the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
but lays
its
out.
heart's in the right place.
Yeah. That's where I was like, I have some notes.
Yes.
Because it's like there is still some, I would say, just like racist moments in that, even though they were, like you said, their heart's in the right place.
Yeah, but it's still like it was sort of the thing that Dan talks about a lot where it's like in commenting on this, they still had to do it.
Yeah.
So like when Wednesday gives her big speech about how like the land was stolen and they're going to destroy them and burn the village down, like there was still like these very like attempt at traditional sounding drums in the background.
Yeah.
And like the kids still did like the war cries when they were started attacking the other campers.
Oh, and even her speech, like where she's like, "You're gonna drink lattes," and I mean the equivalent of that. And
like
it was real rough.
Yeah.
But for like a 93 movie
Sequel.
Sequel, trying to say something about what they're doing bad at camp, and like it is laying out a better version of history than you would normally get in that situation.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
but I also appreciated
E minus maybe. I don't know.
But that the Addams are also rich, right? So that was not the distinguishing feature. It's not that they were poor at this camp; it's that they were all exceptionally wealthy. But the Addams family is just extremely quirky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't fit the mold.
Yeah.
Speaking of extreme wealth, I had some questions about the like wine cave restaurant that they went to.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Where is that?
I don't know, somewhere rich people go, I assume.
Okay.
But
Their favorite bistro.
yes. But there was a point when the band strikes up a tango, and of course,
The horniest song there is.
the horniest type of music there is. Look it up. So of course, Gomez could not dance. That was another. Speaking of Angelica Houston's like incredible, not expressive expressions. Like she does that a couple times, especially in that scene where like she just has this like barest hint of a smirk whenever Gomez is like super horny for her because she knows she has complete control over him and is delighted by it.
Yeah.
But there's a point where they're dancing around and they like occasionally interact with other patrons of the restaurant.
Yeah.
And there's like what looks like, I swear to God, it looked like a Kaiser from like early 20th century Austria or something. I was so confused.
Yeah, it was like a very particular restaurant.
Yeah.
It was like you just got dropped into the bar in Star Wars,
Yeah.
you know, or the cantina,
Yeah.
where you just like, this is all the characters we wanted to have in the same space.
Yeah. But way hornier.
Yeah, way hornier. Yeah, even like the champagne gets like
They
bubbly
were
for
so
this.
horny. Their dancing was so sensual that the wine itself got too horny.
Popped off.
And every champagne bottle in the restaurant popped off at the same time.
Wow.
There was a lot of references to orgasms that definitely went over my head when I was a child.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I was surprised to see that it was rated PG-13 because I saw it. I've seen it fairly recently,
Right.
like in the last 5 years.
Are you
probably.
surprised no longer?
No. Still, like, why? I guess probably just because of innuendo.
Yeah. I mean, like
they don't
the
show
severed
anything.
hand, like nuts on her shoulder.
Also,
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gross.
When Kiersack sucks on her finger.
I thought he just, like, fainted.
I mean, I don't know. Say what you call it what you want.
Yeah.
But like the like it completely went over my head as a child when I saw this. Like obviously I remember that like once we started watching the movie and I remembered more of the plot. I like remembered like, oh sure, she marries him and like separates him from the family. I did not realize that the way she did that was presenting a reality where I can't come unless you abandon your family for eternity.
Yeah.
That was unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was surprising.
And he accepts.
He accepts
He's very
'cause
conflicted, but he's horny.
he's an Addams.
He's
Yeah.
been alone for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And do they make a reference that him and Thing have been intimate?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, they make a joke that Thing,
What? I watched a different movie. What? When was that?
So
He's talking
Fester
to
is
Gomez,
talking to
yeah.
Gomez like I would like to have what you have with Morticia.
Yeah.
And Gomez says, "Well, you have Thing."
Yeah, and he's like, but I want
Someone with a-
legs
like-
and a head.
Yeah.
Oh, that was that line.
I thought it was like companionship.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is.
sure, whatever you think, Beth. Whatever you...
But you can imagine how talented Thing would be.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
When you're all hand.
Come
Yeah.
on. Well, think about the dexterity he needs to do all those cool tricks
I
on the
mean,
roller skate.
Yikes.
That's definitely something to consider.
And it's like, I feel like they don't even have like much. I think it's a friend. It's still a platonic. It's like friends with benefits relationship,
Sure.
right? Like
Sure,
they don't really
yeah.
have like a romantic relationship. It's just sort of like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're a hand.
You're a hand. I got Thing's hands to work with.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel like this
He probably
is.
gives him like a massage after. I don't know. I'm sure it's mutually beneficial.
If this is a round of Did They Bang?
Oh.
Yeah, I think Fester and Thing banged.
I don't think they
Who
banged.
are we talking about this point?
Fester and Thing.
I mean, I guess it depends on what your definition of bang is.
To the degree to which they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made something happen.
I think they've made a
Like,
physical
did the
connection.
champagne cork?
Did the
Oh, I
champagne
hate
cork
myself.
bang.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Lean into it.
I don't think so.
I didn't when we started this conversation.
Yes.
Sadly, I think I
Yes,
do.
Molly. Search your feelings.
I just don't think. I don't know. I just never. You know what? Everything I'm going to say, I'm just turning bright red. Everything I'm
it's
going to
fine.
say is so bad.
It's fine.
It's just Thing is very talented.
Yes, exactly.
And I feel like Thing like appreciates sharing his talents.
He's a bro.
Yeah. And I feel like the mood was right.
Yeah.
The timing was right.
Yes.
Yeah. The Addams family's boundaries are thinner than most.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But he says he's a virgin.
Well,
Well,
okay.
he hasn't.
I mean,
Yeah, in the
He
same
said,
way.
by
So
yourself.
Thing is not its own.
Is it a sentient
okay, so
person?
Well, it's kinda like
you're
the Bill
saying it's
Clinton
semantics, right? It is like the Bill Clinton thing.
I did not have sex with that hand.
But like with way less problematic.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it was
dynamics.
consensual.
Absolutely.
And there was no power dynamic.
Absolutely not. If anything, Thing is the superior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With those fingers skating.
Well, and just like the competency he has going through life.
Yeah.
He can drive a car.
He carries just a hand.
It's amazing.
Was this the opening shot? Is thing on a roller skate? I think do you guys remember the finger skateboards?
Like tech decks.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
This is that era, right?
I don't
They're
know.
sort
It
of
might
doing
be
that?
pre.
It came a little bit later than that.
Because wouldn't he have just had a tech deck then, not a roller skate?
Well, he's
It's got to be in
oh.
theme.
I think somebody saw that
Yes,
and was
I
like,
agree.
what if I made a tiny skateboard
Yep.
for your hand?
Which I always saw people with them, and I didn't understand
Neither did I.
why it was happening.
Me neither.
This is after my time.
Yeah.
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 It's like, it was like a fidget spinner for probably like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, that's
and it was
fair.
a tiny little skateboard.
Yeah.
And you could run it on your desk and do tricks with it. I
Yeah.
never understood when people were like doing tricks. I was like,
I-
but why?
Yeah. I mean, I guess
fair.
it's kind of impressive that you can spin that thing around,
Yeah.
but also like, who cares?
Yeah. But then the roller skate does come back.
Yes.
It does pay off when
Chekhov's roller skate.
Hubert,
Hubert!
which is a great name for the baby.
Oh my gosh! Apparently, that was the original name that they wanted to name Pugsley
Huh. Like back in the old
1964.
newspaper strip or
yeah,
whatever?
the newspaper comic strip, and it didn't get through. So when the movie writers were like, "We're gonna have a baby. We want you to name the baby."
Yeah.
He was like, Hubert.
Hubert. I
Wait,
know my Addams
like
Family
they asked
history.
the original guy? Was he alive?
According to some internet research, I barely did. Yes,
Where did this?
actually, it was IMDb.
No.
Jeez.
No song for Bezos.
All right. God.
No song for Bezos.
Oh, Jeffy B, you're a big old turd. Sell off your movie website so we can look at it. Oh, Jeffy B, you just said you can only spend your money on space travel because you're a turd. You're so full of shit. Jeffy B.
We hate you.
Oh, pay your wages to your warehouse. Let them unionize. Stop going to space, you idiot. No one will love you if you land on Mars.
Yeah.
Quick shout
I
out
would
to
like to
Mackenzie Scott.
respond.
This could be the theme song for a whole podcast.
Wow.
Bezos the clown.
Bezos
So
stupid.
stupid.
Bezos stupid. Sorry, forgotten.
I'm sorry,
mixed
Molly.
up.
I cut you off by singing a dumb song.
Oh no! I mean, that was pretty good.
Hubert. Pugsley is the boy child
Yes.
in this movie who he was fine. Everybody else is shining so bright, and I'm like, what does Pugsley bring to this? He shoots an eagle.
That's kind of his deal, though, right?
But he brings it to like, no, he's like the beautiful canvas on which the other things can shine. You know what I'm saying? Like if he were as big, I don't know. I thought he did great.
Yeah, Wednesday has to be the brains of the operation. And so he's just kind of the thing that she is playing off of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure in the first movie, and probably a lot in the newspaper strip, like, he's mostly just, like, the role that Pubert played with Wednesday, where she just, like, puts him in elaborate death traps.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't need to be as gregarious of a personality.
But I think that actor did a good job doing that.
Yeah.
I believed him as that character.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he did not really do a lot after that. Was a retired child actor.
Well,
Like,
maybe it's because, like Dan, most of Hollywood saw that and just like, he's not doing much.
Yeah, and he was like, "No, I am helping to make the people around me shine."
Yes. I
That's
took an improv
also
class.
a value, and
Yeah.
they're like, "No, capitalism."
Yeah.
Christina Ricci, would you like to be in Casper? That's
Yes.
what happened.
Wow. He should have played Casper.
That would
Aww.
have been cute.
Reunion.
You should have played Casper.
Bring him back for Yellow Jackets.
Oh, yeah. Do it.
Fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Like, no one would realize it until they looked it up and be like, oh, that's fun.
Yep. That'd be the reaction.
Yeah.
That guy who played the camp counselor.
Peter McNichol. I can't even tell if you're doing this as a bit.
I also
I think
can't
now
tell.
it's a bit. I think now it's a
But I
bit.
can't tell because we're past 10
But that
p.m.,
was-
which means Molly will just cackle at anything.
And Molly did say before we started recording that it was her midnight.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've reached Molly midnight.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, what about him?
Molly.
Oh no,
midnight.
I was just kidding.
That's
Wait.
just the joke.
You didn't even have anything to say?
No,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
that was pretty good though, right?
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a real Pugsley of a bit.
I'll give it to you.
Molly, you had bet you would be embarrassed by all the horniness in this. Did it happen?
No, I was a little embarrassed at times, not
Yeah.
as much as like I was during other movies. Hornier movies like Top Gun was way more uncomfortable for me, for example.
Yeah, there's no sex scene in this.
It's like
movie.
cartoonishly horny. This one.
It is, but when we were talking about the PG-13 rating earlier, it's like there's a lot of stuff that happens off camera that is very, very dark.
Yes.
They burn alive a fellow camper so that all that's left is her retainer or her headgear.
Is that true?
stole
no,
it.
she's on the plane on the way back.
Yeah, I thought he just stole
it. Okay, that's helpful. But then what about that cat at the beginning? I'm going to bring up animal danger.
Cat at
What
the
cat?
beginning.
At the beginning, there's like Fester howling at the moon, and then it pans down, and Grandmama.
I should have said this in the 60-second summary. I
Yeah,
apologize.
really, you kind of left
Well,
this
you
out.
had an opportunity to butt in at the beginning, but Dan said it was perfect, and you didn't contradict him.
That's
Thank
fair.
you.
That is very fair. Anyway, it pans down, and Grandmama
Yeah.
and the two kids are doing some kind of seance or whatever, and they're burying a cat, but the cat makes a noise, and they shake it to hush the cat before they bury it.
I see.
That's pretty dark. And then there's
Yeah,
a
the cat's
woman
probably
that's
dead.
supposed to jump out of a cake, and
Oh,
Lurch forgot to
Lurch.
Lurch mishaps by cooking a person, which is terrible.
That is true. That's true.
There's a lot of pretty dark stuff, and that is the part that I was like, oh, this is why I didn't fully enjoy this movie,
Sure.
because some of these dark things really just kind of didn't play as fun for me. But then by the end, most of that's over, and then you just get that awesome baby montage where cool stuff happens. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pubert ends up in a circumstantial Rube Goldberg machine that ends up saving the family. Maybe. I mean, we've already established that Fester cannot die from electric shock.
Yeah.
So maybe she was just kind of doing that. I mean, she seemed desperate at that point, so she didn't really think that through.
I mean, Gomez and Morticia seem to think they're going to die. In the
I guess it's
electric chair.
more electricity.
Yeah.
I really appreciated how supportive the whole family
Yes.
was.
They really, this is a very pro-family movie. It's like a
Yes.
Fast and Furious.
It is a yes,
movie.
it is exactly. It's
I mean,
a precursor
she
to
is
Fast and
literally
Furious.
trying to destroy them, and they try to see her side. and
Grandmama
empathize.
especially so
Yeah.
supportive.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I get it. That would be very upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
Carol Kane. We bet that?
Yep.
Carol Kane.
All right.
Did you know
Crushed.
she was 1 year younger than Angelica Houston
Nice,
in this movie?
Wow.
nice. I mean, she was definitely wearing
A lot,
a lot
of makeup.
Yeah.
like
She's
prosthetic
Mm-hmm.
forehead and
Her teeth looked insane.
ridiculous. Like she was wearing. I'm pretty sure she was wearing prosthetic gums that
Yeah.
had like 2 teeth in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
She was great.
she was great. Everybody was great.
Yeah. Even the baby was good.
Yes.
Oh.
Can we talk about Puberts?
Yes.
The twins, I assume.
Played by twin girls who are in their 30s
so
now.
cute.
Weird.
Such a cute baby.
Yeah, such a cute
Little
baby.
mustache.
So, yeah.
Do you think? I mean, I know this isn't how it works because this isn't how child actors work, but I would love it to be the case that one of the girls was regular pubert and the other girl was cursed pubert, that are the blonde girls. and stuff. But I'm sure that's not true because that's not how it works.
Might have been a third baby for all we know.
That's true.
They only credited 2.
Speaking of that, that was a fun little, just unnecessary but cute side plot / gag of
yeah.
like Pubert getting cursed in a way where it made him like just a blonde haired
Happy.
baby. And Angelica Houston, again, supportive mother. They love their family. She is willing to read Pubert the Cat in the Hat, even though it disgusts her at every turn.
She's very disappointed that the cat doesn't die.
Oh, the
so good.
disdain.
So good.
It's beautiful.
And like the way, and like I just love how they play it too, where like she's trying her best, where she's like, "Are you enjoying this? Like, are you?"
She's a great mother.
It reminds me of when this is years ago when Dan from Totes Recall,
me?
and your wife, no big deal, were at an event somewhere that I was also at, and your child was there, and your child, we were having an adult conversation. Your child walked up with a cell phone that was, I'm assume, one of yours, and showed your wife what I assume was a YouTube video of something. And your wife, in the kindest tone she could muster, just said like, "Honey, can we not right now? It's because I hate it."
Yeah. Yeah, he watched some bad stuff. It's better now.
Yeah, I watch his fucking kaiju movies. It rocks.
Yeah, Minecraft videos. Big Minecraft video watcher now.
You listening, Microsoft?
Yeah.
You're leaving money on the table, not marketing directly to this child. Want to sponsor the podcast?
I did teach him to hate ads. So
Nice.
he like exasperately goes, ads. Whenever that comes out.
Yeah. I feel ya.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Where did he get
relatable.
that?
I agree. Yeah.
Oh, just wait till he hears about Bezos. Ugh, Bezos.
Ugh.
Space exploration.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something about that baby.
Pubert.
So
They're
They're
cute.
twins.
Good looking baby.
Mustache.
Mustache, tiny mustache.
Wow.
Is a pencil thin mustache.
Wasn't about the baby. It was about Morticia.
Wow.
There's a fun lighting that they do
Oh my
Yes.
God.
where everybody's often in shadow, but Morticia's eyes are lit up.
Always.
Yeah.
Like there's just some reflection that follows her.
She's just
So
always in a noir.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Apparently that's how they film Mommy Dearest, too.
Oh.
What's that?
Just with the face always lit. It's very
He's
intense.
asking what's Mommy
Yeah.
Dearest.
Is that a movie?
Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
It's not an affy, I assume.
Is this my Peter McNichol?
It's not an ad.
You've been asking us about Mommy Dearest for every episode.
We're
You
like,
literally
what are
say, we're watching Mommy Dearest, right?
And then Jetpack Dog comes down and explains to you, no, Dan, you idiot.
kids.
Hey, man.
We're watching Mommy Dearest tonight.
Have you ever noticed that when Jetpack Dog talks to Dan, it has little like spinny eyes?
Yeah.
I just thought about that.
Have you ever noticed that whenever Jetpack Dog is in the room, we don't see Dan? Mm-hmm. I feel like we've never seen them in the same room at the same time.
Have you ever noticed that Jetpack Dog has like the same age kid as Dan?
Whoa.
Carries his
Wild.
kid around.
Yeah.
Jet Kid Dog?
Jet Kid Dog. Of course.
Yes, it's very good, the lighting. And there's a couple times where she like walks into that light that I found very satisfying to
Yes.
have her like hit her mark and the light just hits her perfectly. In
I
like
just-
a very
I want to see Totes Heads. Find this somewhere on Twitter. I assume it exists. Find me a behind the scenes shot of just like whichever hero of a grip
Yeah.
was just holding some sort of reflective surface
Yes.
out of frame, pointed at Angelica Houston's face.
Yes.
Every single minute of filming.
It was incredible.
It's so like it's constant. Like once you see it, you're just like, oh, they're doing it again. Well, they're practically in broad daylight and they're still doing it.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's great. Good job.
Good
Grips?
job.
You think
I
it's a
think
grip?
I don't know. They're gripping something, right? You
That's true. You got to grip a mirror to reflect it.
got a grip.
Is that what a grip does?
I don't know.
I think grip
Key
might
grip.
be electrical.
Oh shit. Okay.
Gaffer.
No, maybe Gaffer's the one holding the stuff.
Someone is involved with tape.
Who's holding the stuff? Tweet at us, stuff holders.
Yeah.
What is your title?
There's lots of different stuff holders.
There's gaffing tape.
Yeah,
Boom operator.
They operate the
Audio.
boom. That
but
I
that's
know.
But
not.
they're holding something.
That's true.
That's true. That is true.
That,
What if the boom has a mirror on the end of it? You don't know.
that's what they did. They just dangled a mirror off of the
yeah.
boom mic.
Yeah.
Boom.
I
Yeah,
have a
Addams
friend
Family.
who said that they felt like
Hold
every what?
No, not you, Dan. We'll
ahead.
get to it.
Oh, that every boom mic operator they ever saw on set was like way shorter than the lighting crew. And that was just like this consistent thing that like the tall people were never the boom holders, which would have been like easier.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
Huh.
Can you get a better angle? Because then you start
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
lower. That doesn't
I
make
don't
any
know.
sense.
I don't know.
No, because I don't know. Because I feel like now I'm thinking of me holding a boom mic, and I do feel like if I had to, like, properly mic, say, I don't know, a Wednesday Addams or something, that'd be a real pain in the ass. Because I'd have to like keep it high
keep
enough to
it
stay out of
tilted
frame,
downward.
but also at an angle to like pick up, short little reachies lines. That'd be terrible.
I know that, like, I don't want to take away anybody's job, right?
Okay.
But they can build a stand or something for that, right?
Wow!
Whoa,
Wow!
wow.
Just so you don't have to hold it up that whole
Beth,
time. Will
this
that hurt your
is
arm?
a
The boom operator can-
supporting
Now listen.
podcast.
The boom operator can still move the boom around using the stand, but they just don't have to work so hard. I'm trying to make it easier for them.
That's why the robots are going to take over. and
Operating
we
a
need-
boom is an art form.
Okay. I mean, there probably is a reason, and I'm a film dummy.
all the time. Well,
is.
Aren't we
yeah,
all?
if there's any movement or whatever, you wouldn't you need it to move with the speakers, right?
Yeah. But I'm
Like,
saying,
if you
like,
need the
Move
boom
between the speakers.
On the Addams Family.
Okay.
There it is.
Dan,
We are trying. We will get to it.
hold your thought. We're talking about boom
We're
operators.
talking about boom microphone
All right.
operations.
Well, they're not reflecting light.
Do you guys remember the song at the end of the movie?
Yes. Beth, I want you exclusively to talk about it.
The credits start to roll.
Okay.
Boom, there it is. Mm-hmm. Nope. Whoop, there it is.
Yes.
Starts to play.
Yes.
Except for it's not the one that you think of.
No, in fact, the captions make it very clear it is Whoop Addams Family.
It is still by tag team, or at least they claim to be tag team, right?
Ooh, I hope so.
Just two other people that just say tag team all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
no.
like, we are also tag
Do
team.
we need to look that up?
It must be. They can't just use somebody's group
I mean,
name
they could
and song
license the
name.
song and then have someone who sounds kind of like tag team to do it.
But it is a classic
Oh my God.
90s rap the plot of the movie
Wow. It is.
credit scene.
But like,
Very much that.
okay, when Beth says that, I know you're thinking, oh, somebody made a rap about the Addams Family. No, someone took an existing rap song.
Yes.
Whoop, there it is. Great song, great tunes.
Yeah.
They made it an Addams Family theme song. And the way you know that is that the chorus of the song is Whoop, Addams Family, there it is. Whoop, the Addams Family, there it is. Incredible.
Yeah.
Then between that chorus, they go on to gleefully describe most of the plot of
Yeah,
the movie.
basically the whole plot.
Like just straight up. Yeah. It was such a delightful surprise.
Such a surprise. Like, we were literally just like, oh, movie's winding down. Everybody's still horny. David Krumholtz gets scared by Wednesday. LOL, button joke. And then suddenly, fade
It's
to
a
black.
party.
Whoop, there it is.
Did you know that Michael Jackson was contracted to write a song?
Oh.
And he wrote a song called Is It Scary?
For Addams Family?
For Addams Family.
I'm listening.
It was
The
like
first
one of
one?
these-
Or this
No,
values
this
one.
Addams Family Values.
Okay.
But there were contract disputes and molestation charges coming up.
Oh.
Is that
Sorry,
why
trigger warning.
Is that why they put in that joke?
That's what I wonder. So they did not end up including that song, and he just put it in another album of his.
And the song is called Is It Scary?
Is It Scary?
Okay.
According to my in-depth Bezos research.
Sure.
Oh, no.
I know. Yeah, right? But yeah, there is kind of a joke within the hut. I did really enjoy the timeout hut at the
Oh, yeah,
summer
we should
camp.
talk about that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But there's a poster of Michael Jackson in it with a Heal the World logo.
Yeah.
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 Where the world has a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah.
The world is broken in the image, and there's a Band-Aid kind of bridging the gap,
Yeah.
holding it together.
And what does it say?
And the caption says, Heal the World.
Yeah.
Isn't that from...
But the Band-Aid doesn't heal anything.
Well-
It's like,
Well, it's Band-Aid because they're bands. The Band-Aid came together.
oh.
Wait, was that an actual poster from that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my God. Is it?
I don't know. Probably.
Band-Aid fans.
Band-Aid fans.
Tweet at us.
The only thing I know about Band-Aid is I think it was poorly managed and a lot of food rotted on the docks.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
You would be surprised to know, listeners, that sometimes when a bunch of people who have influence simply by dint of their fame and wealth try to do something good together without consulting people who have made it their entire life's work, sometimes things don't go quite as well as they could have.
Yeah. But that song at the beginning of Global Events ended Global Events, right? You remember that? Didn't they do
there
a
a
Heal the
song?
World for the pandemic?
They did?
Yeah, they did. A bunch of
no.
celebrities did Zoom call.
Oh.
We Are the World.
Oh.
What? Are you talking about the Imagine thing that everybody made fun
Imagine.
of?
Yes, it was Imagine.
Yeah, that did
that's
not
what
heal
that
anything.
was.
I mean, it healed the world for a day because
No,
everybody
it-
laughed at it.
I was immune after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
laughter is the best.
I never watched it. I
I
just watched
never-
the shit post about it.
I heard
because
about
I'm a
it and
bad man.
I didn't get COVID.
Yeah, I didn't have to get the vaccine because of it.
That was my vaccine. Music is my vaccine.
Yeah,
my
so
God.
on my little vaccination card, it just says
We are going to get
watched,
a misinformation.
watched Imagine on YouTube.
Laughter is the best medicine. Music is a vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a signed Vax card from Gal Gadot
Yeah.
in the middle.
That's who organized it. Yeah.
And then on the back, it just says, I'm
Gadot?
sorry.
I don't know.
I
think it's
that might.
Gadot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Got it.
Get it. Get it. What time is it?
Oh, got it.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's Molly Midnight.
Do we know anybody who can draw like Gal Gadot
Gadot.
Galgy.
as Inspector Gadot?
Gadget?
Like with
Probably,
like,
sure.
Yeah, sure.
Let me
Okay.
just draw a trench coat and a hat.
Yeah. Just Photoshop her onto a trench coat and a hat.
Yeah, someone Photoshop a trench coat on her.
That's not creepy.
Tweet
no,
at
you're
us.
putting clothes on her.
Yeah.
It's
It's not
creepy.
creepy to add clothes
If
to
you're
people.
adding clothes, it's
You're adding flasher clothes.
oh, but we'll put a little sign up that says "Not a Flasher, Inspector
Well, say
Gadget
Mr.
costume."
And she'll have like a robot claw arm.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
And if the trench coat is open, you can see that she has other clothes on underneath
Well,
it, so
if
she's
it's
not a
open-
flasher.
Yeah,
That's not how Gadget wears it.
that's true. He has to hide all of his machines.
Oh, that's true.
He's got a helicopter hat. Can you wear a helicopter hat?
Yes.
There you go. That'll solve
Okay,
it.
Vin Diesel.
Ooh, an invisible helicopter hat.
I
Like
get
the
it.
invisible jet.
Oh, that's good.
Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Vin Diesel, resurrect Gal's character, but make her an Inspector Gadget. You
Yeah.
already resurrected Han by using Kurt Russell's character, spoiler
Oh,
alert.
Yeah, just do
Now
Nice.
resurrect her by being like, oh, we built a robot version.
Yeah,
Yes.
Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Giselle, whatever her name is. in
If
that movie.
that's not in the 10th one, I'm not watching another one after that.
Yeah.
Tenth
I'm
part.
not watching
After that
12.
Yeah.
Okay. got it.
Well, there's 10th part. It's 2-parter.
Yeah.
It's
Is it two-parter?
Are you serious?
This is the
Yes,
best day of
I
my
am
life.
serious.
Yeah, I believe that's the
They're
plan.
splitting
Are they
10 into
releasing
2.
at the same time?
I think they're probably doing
don't
like a
think
Lord of the
so.
Rings where they're filming them all at the same time.
Oh,
and
God, I
then,
have to wait?
yeah, that's
Why
how
would
movies
they
work.
why would they have a movie and I can't watch it? Why would they go through all that trouble to have the movie and
To
then I
make
can't
money.
watch
Yeah,
it?
to make money.
But I would still pay money.
Some
Yeah, but-
people wouldn't.
Some people would not.
They have to wait to want to pay money?
Yeah. You gotta get the what is it the
Pent-up demand?
I was like,
So, folks.
you gotta get people hyped. You gotta build up the hype machine.
build
You
the
have Vin
hype.
Diesel come out just like someday I will do a Vin Diesel. I
It's
swear to
pretty
God.
good. You
It's
got a
so
great start.
hard. I think you know what the
Creative
problem
Sunday.
is. I think the problem is like if I had a Christopher Lloyd. Fester Addams body, I could do it because I
Yeah.
feel like that's the key
It's
to
like
Vin
Put
Diesel.
your
'Cause he has that
neck
chest
into your-
cavity.
yeah.
He has that massive chest cavity that like resonate his voice.
First 2-part.
I only drive family. I only drive family at a time.
what you don't know is that all of us have our shoulders
Oh,
up.
that was painful.
That's why we sounded so
like,
good.
He's like more. You can understand him better than you think you
should be able to.
should be able
Absolutely.
to, for how deep he is.
I
Yeah,
agree. Because he's an actor.
he's an actor. He can project.
Project and enunciate. Candy ass. Candy ass. That's the Rock. He's never said candy ass.
Does anyone else say candy ass on the planet?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just the Rock.
Just The Rock.
It's probably a wrestling thing, honestly. I bet a lot of wrestlers say candy ass.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Wrestling fans, tweet at us with footage of other wrestlers saying candy ass.
I would watch
Oh, me too.
Supercut 100%
I
of
absolutely
that.
would do that.
And see, and what if I were to tell you that Supercut does exist? It's a 2-parter, but you can only watch half of it.
Fine.
I have
I'm
to
happy.
wait for
I'm
the
happy
second
to
half?
enjoy. I'm happy to enjoy what I get and then look forward to the rest.
No. I just want it all. I'm tired of waiting.
I am happy to see The Rock meet Zendaya in the rocks of the desert, to say candy ass, and then be told that I won't see the rest of their adventure for another year and a
The
half.
Scorpion King is in Dune. Is that what you're saying?
No, he's not. I mean,
what a crossover.
what's his name could be a good Scorpion King if you wanted to.
Oh, speaking of crossover, I had a question in the beginning. Did the Munsters and the Adams family ever cross over?
Did you
and the
answer it?
answer, based on very brief research,
Yes.
is no.
Oh,
but
wow.
it did remind me
They got beef?
that the Adams family shows up everywhere. They
Ooh.
were in Batman.
Yeah.
They were
Scooby-Doo,
in
I think.
Scooby Doo.
Huh.
They show up in like, I don't know, there's a long list. I didn't read the whole thing, but it looked like 12 different properties had crossovers with the Addams
Sure.
family over
Wow.
the years.
Enduring franchise.
I once rented the NES game from Blockbuster, and it was not very good.
Oh,
I
well.
think I played that and agree that it was bad.
Yes.
I never think about that. Can you still rent games from videos? Do video
From
stores still-
Blockbuster.
Yeah, where are you talking? Where are you going to go to rent these games?
I don't know. Library.
Yeah, I'm
That's
sure
where I'm
there's
gonna
an
go.
NES section.
Sure. Have you guys heard of this movie, Addams Family Values?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We just watched
Who's
it.
in that?
Everyone.
So good. Have we missed, but I don't want to give short shrift. Have we missed anyone who crushed it? Because I feel like everybody crushes it.
Everybody
crushes it.
There's even a moment, I picked an MVP.
Please.
There's a throwaway scene where Debbie is singing with a bunch of sailors and is about to go off and fake her husband's. Well, no, she's not going to fake her husband's
Fake
death.
her grief.
She's going to fake her grief at her husband's death. And all these sailors are all like after her, and she leaves. And this other lady, who I guess is a waitress or just somebody passing through, kind of enters the fray, gets hit on, and just turns around with a look of just disgust and quiet irritation and leaves.
And starts a conga line.
Absolutely nails it.
She's so good.
Really great.
What I love is that like she's clearly like just trying to get to like the other side of the bar, and then she's just like, all right, and just turns around.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was great.
Everyone crushes.
I really liked the conjoined man, where each of the heads was like very coolly earmuffs, very coolly smoking a cigarette in the bachelor party. That was fun. I assume whoever was under the Cousin It costume crushed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That has to be a thankless job.
Baby Cousin It was great.
That was fun. Do you think that was just like a weird Furby that they like added extra fur to?
Yeah, it was so cute though.
It was cute.
That pacifier really sold it.
It really did. Good job, prop master. That's a term, right? I got that one right.
Yeah.
That's right. And maybe it was Hank Cresthorn.
Yeah, I think he's thinking about getting into props, right?
I thought he did get into props by accident.
Costumes and props.
Costumes.
We created a loophole. We created a loophole during Speed, I believe, where he created a elevator puppet
That's right.
to create that elevator scene.
He's still trying. He's working around the edges of props.
Yeah, and technically, Baby What is a puppet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Baby What's name is what?
Yeah.
Who's on first? LOL.
Get it? LOL? Hey, you just need a small version of that weird shag carpet costume you have? Yeah, I got. Let me just hot glue this pacifier.
Move it. It's a puppet. That's the rules. You can't. A still thing's a prop. A movement's a puppet.
Get your grip hands away from that. Baby, what's it? I am on the case.
Baby, what's it?
Yeah. Oh, you guys need a bunch of severed hands? No, you got a guy? All right. Just know that I'm here.
That's right. That's a real hand.
Yes.
He also crushed it.
Oh yeah.
Such an expressive hand.
I loved when he was driving, and then like he would like open his hand to make it look like
you surprised.
When
like
you knew he was like also
yes.
screaming.
Oh,
yeah,
so good.
Amazing.
Based on his photo on BezosProperty.com, I think he's a magician because the picture is like him with like flames shooting out of his hand, presumably the hand that they filmed. Or this movie.
Very expressive.
They're good with their hands, magicians.
I bet it was very, very intuitively shot.
What's happening?
Wait, is this about sensualness again?
I was like, I'm very sensual.
Here's a question for you. I have two tasks now. I have one, show me the guy gripping, but not necessarily a grip, holding whatever reflective surface is shining at Angelica Houston the whole time. But I'd also like to see just one scene where a thing is interacting with the other actors, because I'm like, what is going on there? Like, is he just wearing like a green sleeve?
I would guess that's what's happening.
Like, is he also behind a reflective surface and his hand is just like poking out the front of it? I don't know. I want to know.
Yeah, I want to see that shot too. They're all the cast hanging around, smoking cigarettes, teens, earmuffs.
Yeah.
And just thing is all green suit except.
You think they put him in the whole suit?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they've got to measure exactly, because if that arm length changes, it's weird.
Oh, the nerds will be taking to the streets.
Yep.
The thing's wrist length changes at every turn.
Molly, you thought this would be 10% scary.
Yep.
I was not scared at all by any part. How about you?
I was kind of grossed out, creeped out about 10%.
Okay.
So I stand by that.
All right.
But I wasn't like I never jumped at something, not even the last shot.
Are you sure?
Did I?
I'm pretty sure you jumped at the last shot.
Oh, maybe I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's good.
I don't know if that's 10%.
There's a little jump scare.
I assume that was Thing, right?
That's what I also assumed.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, team up.
Yeah. Because that's like his whole thing is to team up with various Addamses for their schemes.
Yeah. He's a schemer.
He's a
Various
team player. When
schemes.
someone needs help,
Someone
Teams and
needs
Exactly.
scenes.
Has needs.
a
When
release.
someone has
Happy.
needs that need to be met that
He's
they
happy.
can't do alone, or they could do alone, but it'd be
But
more fun and exciting
surprising.
with help.
always there to lend
No.
a helping hand.
Yes, literally.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Wherever you need the hand, wherever you need it.
Nope.
Beth, he jerked off Fester, and you have to accept it.
It's canon.
It's canon. Real quick, I just remember 2 bonus MVPs were the guys, the like older men that they hired to take 2 photographs for Debbie's slideshow that were her previous ex-husbands,
yeah.
who had to be professional men standing or sitting at a desk, and then those same men seemingly getting photographed by a third party while they're being murdered
being
by
murdered.
Debbie.
Yeah, with heavy shadow, like bright flash.
That was
Good
incredible.
stuff.
Those were great. Okay, before we get to our final ratings of the movie we just watched,
We
Addams
should
Family
say that it did pass the Bechdel-Wallace test.
Hey.
didn't even pay attention.
Wow.
Oh,
I
wow.
assumed I was
Because
so
you
filled
hate
with hopes.
women.
Yeah, that's canon.
Poor Dan.
Poor Tim.
I just stuck with it now.
Can't argue with canon.
Are you talking about fan engagement?
I'm talking about fan engagement. It's what we do. We post on Discord on record day, asking for Q's and C's.
Discord, the channel you can access by becoming a patron at patreon.com/totesrecall.
.com. That's right.
It's not a second.com.
No.
For as little as $1.
Yeah.
And no upper limit.
Hot deals. Hot deals, or the opposite of a deal if you're so generous.
It's always a deal. It's a steal at twice the price.
Of $2.
Whatever the price is you think, it's a steal at twice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're still getting a great deal if you pay double whatever you think is the correct amount to pay.
Yes. Yeah. Picture an amount in your mind.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Double it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow. And now picture that
That's
going.
a good deal. So
That's a great deal.
probably you should honestly pay more than
Triple.
that. Yeah. That's what it's worth.
It's worth triple, whatever you're thinking.
That's so much.
No, Beth. It's a deal.
No, that's yeah.
It's a deal?
It's
Yes.
a deal at
Beth,
it's a
we're
deal
trying
at
to-
double. It's a fair price at triple.
What?
We're trying to push some fucking Discord numbers.
Anyway, the point is the reference machine asks,
Oh.
do Gomez and Morticia have the best marriage ever?
Maybe.
Or is it just me? Very good marriage, I would
So
say.
supportive.
Yeah. They're supportive. They
Equal.
love each other clearly.
Yeah.
They want their children to thrive and be their own person.
He wants for her to be able to join the hellish horde.
Have it all.
That's right.
Have it all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the have it all line's really
So
good.
good. He loves his brother and Morticia allows his weird ghoul dog man brother-in-law to live in that house with them
Yeah.
and loves him dearly.
Yeah. After all these years.
He supports her literal witch of a mother to also live with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great marriage. Really a
A
good
plus.
team.
And they keep it spicy.
They
Oh.
keep it very spicy.
Very spicy.
How do you feel about Fester's integration into the family being predicated on a lie? Is this the first movie?
This is a reference to the first movie, which, if you recall, it is
I don't.
revealed
I
at the
don't.
end of the movie. Because at first, the premise is that I don't know how I managed to remember all of the first movie while watching the second movie, but probably because I was wondering why we were watching the second one. I believe the premise is they have this guy who they're just like, I think they adopted him or something, the other character actors.
Oh.
And then they realize, because he has hair at that point, LOL. And then they realize, like, oh, he could pass as Fester. And like, this is our scam. We will shave his head and put him in a robe and have him pretend to be Fester. But then at the end of the movie, I believe it's revealed that he was lost at sea and got amnesia, and it is in fact the real Fester.
So, is there
Wow.
a lie?
No, I think they are misremembering. This is my unfair presumption of a patron. I do so apologize that they are misremembering the final act of the first Addams Family movie.
Where it's like a double reverse, single reverse.
Yes.
So most of the movie we think there's a fake Fester, but then it turns out the fake Fester was the real Fester all along.
Yeah, and also maybe you're supposed to think like, LOL, it's clearly the real Fester. I don't know.
Oh.
Again, I saw this as a Ute,
Sounds like we should watch this next Halloween.
I agree.
Oh, we gotta watch Casper next.
Oh, right.
Halloween.
Oh, that's right. Our Richie trio.
Excuse me?
It'll be a Richie Rich.
Addams Family, Casper, Addams Family. Christina Ricci,
We'll do a Richie trio.
Richie trio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
that's what I said.
Halloween Richie trio.
Yeah.
So come back in Halloween 2023 for Casper, and come back again Halloween 2024 for the first Addams Family, the first one.
Yeah.
It's called The Addams Family.
Thank you.
Trevor impersonator states, "We deserve ugly girls."
Great
Yeah.
line.
Oh,
Good line.
great
Which is a
line.
line from the movie where Fester is trying to seduce Debbie by mimicking the...
Trying to follow his brother's
That whole
lead.
sequence
Yes.
was so perfect because it was just like, yeah, just even Fester like pulling a chair out for her was like, he did it with as much grace as his like insane cube body could allow.
he's so good. What a gem,
What a
Christopher
gem,
Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
Great.
I
Good
think
job.
he's he's popping up and stuff
Is he?
as an old man.
He's an old man.
It's fun. Raul
What's funny
Julia,
is I thought he was old in 1985.
right?
But now I go look back and he's probably like
Yeah,
38.
they just put him in that fright wig for Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now he actually looks old.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
in an
Totally
adorable way.
Hey, we all get old.
Hey, think about it.
Unless we die young.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, what did he say?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay. I'm going to think about it.
Okay, I'll tell you later. Okay, our rating scale, as we all remember, is mustache babies,
Oh, yes.
which are, as expected, babies with mustaches.
Yes.
Are they real? Are they fake? It doesn't matter. They're adorable.
Correct.
Yep.
We were aware of a handlebar mustache.
Mm-hmm.
We were aware of a pencil thin mustache like Pubert himself. We were told of a twisty Dolly style mustache.
Yep.
We were told of a fourth one I don't remember.
Tom Selleck.
Tom
Tom Selleck.
Great. A nice, beautifully
push
groomed
broom.
Selleck mustache. There is still a mustache to be revealed if someone dares to like this movie more than they thought they would.
Yeah. And Dan, you gave it a 4. You thought it would be fun, but sequels are bad.
Is that what I said?
Yep.
That is generally true. Many sequels are bad. Some sequels are fine. The rare sequel is better. In this case, I think it is the whichever one I said where they're fine. I thought this was really good. I do think it perhaps maybe lost its way a little bit towards the end. Like it felt like we were kind of just shuffling our feet a little bit while we were just waiting for Debbie to finally like shit or get off the pot with trying to confess again or succeed or whatever.
Oh, man, I was rooting for her.
Why?
Yeah,
I was
you
just
were.
so
It's
tired
weird.
of her failing.
She succeeded a bunch before.
Yeah,
killed
she
3.
tried her best. Also, what did
that's fair.
Fester do? He's just a weird puppy dog. You're like the camp goers. Just because Fester's weird, you're like, oh, why won't this perfect white woman win? Wow, Molly. After Molly Midnight, you. Wow. Anyway, I still thought it was a real hoot, but I'm going to keep it at 4. As much as I yearn to learn of this fifth mustache, I cannot give it a full 5 because I do feel like it had a few issues. But I had a great time. What a romp. Everybody crushed it.
Everybody crushed.
We should watch the first one.
Yeah. Beth, you gave it a 4, and I just wrote the word like. So I guess you thought you'd like it.
I agree.
Wow.
I did like it. I actually really liked it. I liked it more than what I thought I would like. But is it a perfect movie? It's not. It's not a perfect movie, but it is so good for what it is going for. And I thought everybody was fantastic in it. And it made me laugh out loud many times, which is kind of rare for a comedy, which is usually the point of a comedy. But yeah, I'm going to say 4.5, but I'm worried about what a half mustache is.
It is an adolescent mustache,
Oh,
so it's
no.
not fully grown
It's
in.
just sort of like
It's like
weird.
almost not worth adding the half,
It's like
right?
almost
Yeah.
like drawn on with a
yeah,
pencil.
it's just like it's kind
But
of
not like a
rough.
pencil thin mustache.
But it has potential.
Sure.
Okay. All right. I have to give it a 4.5 because that's my true feelings.
That's
but
fair.
know that I don't like it.
So what I'm understanding is that this mustache does not reach the heights to even be considered a true mustache, which is why it is not the fifth mustache.
Yeah.
That's right.
I see. Okay.
That's right.
Thank you for
It's-
clarifying.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I
though,
totally
right?
know what you're talking about.
Sure.
Yeah.
I witnessed
Wispy.
many of them.
Yeah.
Wispy lip. I gave it a 4, thinking it'd be fun.
Uh-huh.
It was.
Uh-huh.
And like Beth, it was more fun than I thought it would be. But it's definitely not. It's definitely not a 5 movie. Like it's still just like a basic movie, but also way better. Like everybody just did a great job.
God damn it.
But it's I got to go 4.5. Got to go 4.5. Molly.
All right.
What's my half
That's
stash?
Same.
Same one,
Yeah, it's been the same the whole time. It's like Wordle.
but we all had different 4th mustaches.
No,
Well, no,
no.
you're just-
Each of us revealed a mustache.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's like a
understand.
Wordle, except you have to rate it 4 out of 5 to get a reveal.
But we're revealing different mustaches to make some sort of super mustache. If we
No.
No,
guess
we're
the-
revealing the
Come
5
on.
mustaches.
There's 5 babies with 5
serious.
mustaches.
Oh.
And each of us revealed one of those babies. We're trying to figure out what this 5th one is.
I understand.
But all we get is the
Makes
early
sense.
stages of it.
Right.
So it's like
Each of our mustaches is a box.
Yes.
Is a box that is turned yellow or green. I guess order doesn't matter.
No.
it's
I get
like
it.
Wordle in that it's not Wordle at all.
It makes perfect sense.
Well, not to me. It made good enough sense, and then I got there with some discussion.
and that's all you can hope for in this day and age.
Yeah. Molly, you gave it a 4. You didn't think it would be good, but also you were excited based on our conversation.
Yeah. I maintain my excitement around the cast, the writing. Really delightful home runs in so many ways.
Indeed.
Problematic in some ways.
Sure.
And kind of creepy, violent in some ways, which for my delicate, tender heart was slightly too much.
Uh-huh.
But I really can't fault it. I mean, it's supposed to be kind of creepy, right? That's like
And
spooky and kooky.
Altogether speaking.
Have to both be represented. And just because I enjoy kooky more than spooky doesn't mean that it invalidates one or the other.
I see. That's very generous of you.
Dan, what 5th mustache would you hope for?
Don't do this. Don't do this to me. How about this? I propose a teaser.
What?
What?
Mustache teaser.
I am guessing, by the way Molly is approaching this so delicately, that she is not going to give us 5 babies with mustaches, therefore not revealing the 5th mustache. However, I implore Molly Chase to get on the Discord the day this episode drops,
Okay.
or maybe the day after.
Give some people.
Give them
people,
time.
Yeah, give them time.
Some amount of days after this episode drops, and reveal to our beloved patrons
Oh.
the 5th baby mustache.
Okay.
You hear that, non-patrons? This is your chance to get a real reward.
Yeah, a real
Not
one.
some garbage like a cool glass that's etched personally for you, or
By a very nice couple
a
in Minnesota.
very nice couple, local
Locally
reference.
etched.
Locally etched local reference, or some other merch that I don't remember that we're offering through the Patreon.
A hat.
Totes.
Tote bags,
bag.
totes. That's still funny.
Pick a movie.
Yeah. All this
Pick a
is
fruit.
trash.
Pick a fruit.
Clearly, because you haven't become a patron yet, so it means nothing to you. But now I entice you like the snake in the tree of Eden. Ooh, with the reveal of a 5th mustache on a baby. Molly, what do you rate this movie?
3.75.
Whoa!
Oh, 0.75.
I
does that look
know.
like?
I've never done it before, but I feel like it doesn't quite deserve a 4, but it deserves more than 3.5.
Is a 0.75 like a mustache that like just doesn't quite fill in a way that like it doesn't fill in, but even the way it doesn't fill in is unconventional, and it's just like disturbing.
It's just I mean, it's on a baby, so it's
Sure.
going to be cute no matter
Sure.
what.
We've established these are all adorable.
Yeah, these are all adorable. It's just like it's like it's a pencil thin mustache, but it just went wrong on one side.
Oh, wow.
It just disconnected a little bit. It'll grow in. It'll be cute. But right now it's
just like,
it's a
you look at it, you're kind of like,
0.75.
it's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh, look at that smile.
Yeah. I mean, the baby's still adorable, but you're just like, look at that one with the handlebar.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. Tom Selleck. That's what I'm
Someday
thinking of.
you'll have a Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
Yep.
Yep. Anyway, good. I mean, it wasn't terrible.
No.
I liked it.
It was fun.
Yeah. We all liked it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I just
had
didn't
fun.
like it for.
We all liked the movie.
We just didn't like it. 5 babies with mustaches were it. But you know what? What movie could be 5 babies with mustaches, really?
Aliens.
Maybe Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That was definitely a 5.
5 baby mustaches?
Aliens was a 5. I thought we gave it 5.
No babies in that.
No, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
Yikes.
Probably some
Well, there's lots of
mustaches.
babies in that.
Well,
They're
just not
alien
human
babies. Alien babies.
Good point.
Yikes.
Can I just say that Beth has been like gleefully pedantic this episode, and I
You're
am
welcome.
living for it. I feel like we've had like at least 5 semantic arguments with you in this episode.
Looking for a fight.
Oh my gosh, is that Jetpack Dog?
Oh, what is that? He's come to tell us. Show us.
Hey, kids!
Jetpack Dog.
It's me, Jetpack Dog!
Wow, it's so nice to see you again,
Yeah.
like we do at the end of every episode.
And I just come in to gather around. I got a message for all of you. It's about acceptance. Woo!
All right.
No matter. Wow.
Jetpack Dog, are you okay? Jetpack
Oh,
Dog?
yeah, I drink a lot of
Jetpack Dog?
Mountain Dew Code Red
Oh,
before.
okay, okay. Do we have to call somebody?
No, it's fine.
All right.
Let me get you a wet rag for your head. Are you okay?
I was unconventionally sweaty for a dog.
It's a little
Normally
unsettling.
He's like panting a lot.
Whoa. Wow.
Is that like a little fan on your jetpack? That you can...
Anyway, no matter who you love, it's fine. You know, it's like
yeah.
whether you're a dog or you're a hand or you're a weird zombie, just make love, baby. Boom! Jetpack Dog is out.
All right. Bye, Jetpack Dog.
Enthusiastic consent.
See you next episode, like always. Where's Dan?
Oh, he was just here.
Oh,
Oh,
weird.
there you. Hey,
Hey
Dan.
guys,
Hey.
why is there a hole in the roof?
Oh, did you not see Jetpack Dog?
No, did I miss him again?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
getting tea?
You're like
Yeah.
weirdly sweaty.
Yeah. Are you okay?
It's fine. Yeah,
Can I get you a towel? Or
yeah.
like
I'll probably need one of those.
Is that a new sweater? That's your...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's weird. It just looks,
It's just different.
familiar color.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I've got it on eBay.
Oh,
Great.
okay.
All right.
Well, that's
It's pre-owned. It's more responsible.
that is more
It's
responsible.
very responsible of you. Well, podcast over.
Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. New episodes of Totes Recall drop on the 15th of every month. For more information and bonus content, visit us at totesrecall.com. Thank you so much for listening.